At the Holy Cross Church, and His Excellency Leopoldo Girelli, Apostolic Nuncio in Cyprus and Israel, who, because of the travel restrictions, cannot be with us today. I cordially welcome all of you to this celebration. I extend a special greeting to the Ambassador of the Republic of Poland, Her Excellency Irena Lichnerowicz-Augustyn, accompanied by her husband Marcin, daughter Natalia, and the staff of the Polish Embassy. It is thanks to her initiative, kindness, and commitment that we can unveil a monument to the great man of Poland, St. John Paul II, here in Nicosia. We most welcome His Excellency Gregorius, Bishop of Nicosia, representing His Beatitude Archbishop Crisostomos. We welcome sincerely fathers and sisters of the Catholic community and other representatives of different Christian denominations. We have been waiting for this evening for a long time, and even this evening the coronavirus has to interfere in our ceremony, introducing its rule and obliging us to adapt to them. John Paul II dialogue was never an end in itself, but always a means to foster interaction between human persons. Among the sick, the poor, the young, the elderly, philosophers, politicians, artists, and diplomats, on all continents, in all situations, and standing in front of different ethnic groups. John Paul II was constantly discovering the human person behind the dialogue. Well-known gestures and events from his pontificate showing his openness in dialogue were a visit to the great synagogue of Rome, crossing the threshold of Umayyad Mosque in Damascus, initiating the World Days of Prayer for Peace in Assisi, a meeting with young Muslims in Morocco, in different countries as well. Dear friends, we need bridges, not walls. These words have a special meaning here in the buffered zone of Nicosia, the world's last divided capital. The green line that divides Cyprus in two parts is a challenging mission for all of us, diplomats, religious leaders, especially for the religious track of the Cyprus peace process, and for all members of goodwill from both communities. In conclusion, I would like to thank the Polish Institute of National Remembrance and the Embassy of Poland in Nicosia for financial support. I would like to express my appreciation for a job well done to Wojciech Pondel, the sculptor of this bust, and to Stefan Marinov, who made the base with the inscription. And now, I invite Her Excellency Irena Lichnerowicz-Augustyn, the Ambassador of the Republic of Poland, to unveil with me the bust of St. John Paul II.
Naka-video ko na. Naka-post na, naka-post.
Agad na to? Video pa?
Oh, yung red.
Hirap naman hinga eh.
Let us pray. Almighty everlasting God, who do not forbid us to care or paint likenesses of your saint, in order that whenever we look at them with our bodily eyes, we may call to mind their holy lives and resolve to follow in their footsteps. May it please you to bless and hallow this statue, which has been made in memory and honor of Blessed John Paul II, Pontiff, and grant that all who in its presence they devote homage to this great Pope may by his merits and intercession obtain your grace in this life and everlasting glory in the life to come. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Such a moving moment that I feel like a little trembling. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear ambassadors, colleagues, dear friends, Szanowni Państwo, drodzy rodacy. I feel privileged and honored to have been able right now, together with our dear friend Father Jerzy Kraj, to unveil the bust of the Saint John Paul II, here next to the Holy Cross Church, in the gardens of the Apostolic Nuncio. And we are really sorry that Apostolic Nuncio, His Excellency Archbishop Leopoldo Girelli, was unable to come due to current pandemic situation. The monument was established at the initiative of the Polish Embassy in Nicosia to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the birth of Saint John Paul II and 40th anniversary of the foundation of the Solidarity Movement. We initially planned the event for the 18th of May, which is the day when Karol Wojtyła was born. Due to the pandemic, we had to postpone the celebration and significantly now limit its scope. However, today's day, as you know already, is not accidental at all. 42 years ago, exactly on 16th of October, the crowds that gathered at St. Peter's Square in Rome could see the white smoke over the Sistine Chapel. The conclave elected the Pope, Karol Wojtyła, as Pope. The bust was designed and sculpted by the Polish artist Wojciech Pondel, and on its pedestal you can read the following words: "Build bridges, not walls." Here in Cyprus they speak for themselves. The bust of St. John Paul II is not only to celebrate birthday of this great son of Poland, who awoke a spirit of freedom and solidarity among the enslaved peoples of Central and Eastern Europe, but also to express our hope for the reunification of this beautiful island. Pope John Paul II was the man of peace and dialogue, of empathy and understanding, of tolerance and love. His countless messages calling for ethnic and religious harmony worldwide are so well known. I'm so honored and pleased to have all of you here this evening, headed by the representatives of different religions, beliefs, and churches here in Cyprus, as well as members of both Cypriot communities. I want to thank the Polish Institute of National Remembrance for significant financial support that enabled us to complete this initiative. I only regret that, again, due to the COVID situation, it was not possible for the delegation of the Institute to be with us tonight. However, I am pleased to convey the best regards and wishes from the Deputy President of the Institute, Mr. Jan Baster, who visited Cyprus in January this year and should be considered as the full-fledged co-host of this event. Saint John Paul II had not visited Cyprus, but his successor, as you know, did. And I'm very, very happy that thanks to Father Jerzy Kraj, this first ever pastoral visit to Cyprus of Pope Benedict XVI in 2010 has been commemorated on the plaque next to the entrance to the Holy Cross Church. I also do hope that we can witness the visit of Pope Francis to Cyprus in the near future. Now please let me say just a few words in Polish to my Polish compatriots. Jestem szczęśliwa, że możemy odsłonić popiersie naszego wielkiego rodaka, świętego Jana Pawła II. Zostanie zapamiętany jako papież, który podtrzymywał nadzieję i wiarę w Boga wśród narodów Europy Środkowej i Wschodniej i przyczynił się do upadku komunistycznych dyktatur w tej części naszego kontynentu. Niech to będzie miejsce, gdzie będziemy chętnie przychodzić, aby spojrzeć na naszego papieża tutaj w Nikozji. Bardzo żałuję, że w dzisiejszej uroczystości nie mogą uczestniczyć wszyscy Polacy mieszkający na Cyprze. Obowiązujące przepisy niestety nie dały nam takiej możliwości. And let me finish with a very personal note. I met John Paul II several times, but the day I will remember for the rest of my life was when I was accompanying a group of Polish children suffering from cancer on their visit to the Holy See and their special audience with the Pope. They all suffered. Their condition was bad. Some of the kids died in the months that followed. But even though he was already weak and ill himself, John Paul II had a very special message to all the children and their guardians. It was a message of love and mercy. And I will never forget the warmth of his eyes and the loving care for each and everyone present at the audience. If not for the new COVID-related measures, we would now host you with a glass of wine. Once again, please accept my deepest gratitude that you are with us here tonight, despite these extraordinary circumstances that we all face. I wish you good health and well-being. Thank you very much.
Tapos na yan? Tapos na yan dyan?
Tapos na. Pause. Wala na, tapos na, Brad.
Yun na yun. Kanina yan. Yan lang.
Ayan guys, huwag niyong kalilimutan like, subscribe, and comment. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. And good evening to all of you. Good evening to all of you. Okay. That's all guys. Yan ang blessings kay St. John Paul II. Okay.
Mag-vlog ka?
Vlog yan, Brad.
Ito yung ano.
Blessing ni St. John Paul II. Tsaka Pope Benedict. Yan ang staff ng Poland. Yan guys, labas tayo.